Hello, my name is Erica. I am the millennial.
Hi, Mandy the Gen Z.
I am not I'm another Gen Z.
And today, I think Angie might have another Reddit story, right, Angie?
Maybe.
Awesome. Before we start,
I was on the toilet actually earlier, and that's where I curate all my good thinking. Yes, on the loo.
The throne.
I do it when I'm driving.
Oh,
the driving for real?
girl,
when
no.
I'm driving,
Well, you can't type and drive.
No, but I think
I was sitting there and
think and
typing.
drive.
I think and drive a lot.
You just don't know when you drive?
But it's either a Reddit story, or I can tell you about the 7 gates of hell.
Interesting. Hold on.
What do you guys choose this time?
Before we choose.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to say anything of how your weekend went or how your week went?
I'm sad.
Why?
We didn't go to Seattle.
Oh.
You go to Seattle?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we gotta save a little bit of money from Bambina.
Yep. No,
And, I guess we saw Julie. I took her home to her appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent time with my dad.
Julie's lame.
Bambi.
Julie didn't want to stay for the podcast.
Oh, yeah. She was like, I don't want to hear my voice. It's crazy.
Poor Julie.
When she hears it, she's gonna come after you.
I know
I don't
she
care.
is. She's gonna be at your window at night.
She's not.
Like, you talking shit?
I heard you.
She's like beheaded.
She's driving back right now.
She felt it in her senses.
She feels
Her
it.
little ear wiggled, and now she's coming back.
Her bangs.
Nothing exciting with my life. Just work and this. And yeah, I did not have time to go search up for anything. So to talk about it with you guys here. So I have nothing. So it's all literally on Angie. Our fate lies on Angie's hands. Angie, did you come up with something amazing?
Well, like I said, I have 2 choices.
We can either vote for either or, right?
Yep, you guys can vote. So it's either a Reddit story, or I can tell you... Can I tell you, like, another urban legend?
Let's do urban legend.
Let's do that one.
Alright.
Let's do that one.
So...
Wait, is that where it's like burning underground?
No.
No, are you thinking of like the actual like portal to hell?
Oh, okay.
Like the pit that's like just firmly on fire?
Okay. Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Alright. Sorry. Go ahead, Angie. Is this like a game that you guys play?
No,
Play?
it's like this is like
Do you know this now?
Biblical, kind of biblical. It's like the 7 like it's like the 7 like gates of hell is like each like level of hell.
No, not...
No, I'm thinking something else then.
Oh, so you think it's something else. So you don't know this then?
I don't think so then.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright, Angie, we're ready for you.
Right,
After all of our...
Oh my god, you
After all of our
get
talking.
Okay, I'm gonna start. The 7 Gates of Hell is an urban legend with 2 different versions, but both are located in York County, Pennsylvania. So they both were created there. Both versions. And both versions lead you straight to hell. Regardless of which version of the lore you have heard, they both end the same way. There are 7 gates, only one of which is visible during the day, and at night the other 6 gates appear. If you pass through all 7 gates, you will be taken directly to hell. It is rumored that no one has ever made it past the 5th gate, though, and has returned to tell about it.
This kind of gives me like Mario Brothers like vibes, you know, when you're trying to pass by like the different levels.
Yeah, special.
And then you end up dying.
Sorry,
once,
Mario, the princess is in the castle.
Yeah.
How special. Okay, so the place of origin is in York County, Pennsylvania, which also has some historical moments. It was there in 1777 that Americans adopted the Articles of Confederation, officially forming the United States of America. This town is now both a historic location visited by history buffs worldwide and also by paranormal investigators looking for one of America's portals to hell. One of America's many portals to hell, because there are multiple. Notably, this urban legend has also attracted some cults due to its connection to the underworld, and it is in this historic and quaint town, somewhere deep in the woods, that 7 gates might appear and lead you straight down. That rhymed a little bit, that's cool.
Oh, I didn't notice.
I feel like it's like a beginning, it's like a movie or something.
Do you remember that one movie we saw, Angie?
Which movie?
I think the Upside Down or whatever, or
Oh yeah, like
or as
above,
so below.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of like that, like everything was just like different. under and like when they went cave diving or something.
Right? Yeah, that's like
and then they basically went into like a little portion of like hell or something.
Oh,
and like their own personal hell.
Yeah.
Remember the catacombs?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because they went underneath France, and they went like cave diving underneath France, and then they reached catacombs, and then they were all kind of going through or experiencing like different levels of torture in a way.
I want to go to the catacombs.
Really?
Because there's a lot of places that closed off. And like I don't know if it's like a theory or like something. I think like maybe it was a YouTube video. I think some fool went like exploring the catacombs. And like I don't think I ever finished the series.
Didn't he go? Wait, I remember there's like lost footage of like a guy that strayed off.
Might have been that.
It was like lost footage, like from an iPhone or something, a camera. But like he strayed off from the group, I think, or he broke in. But he was like in the part that was closed off, so of course he got lost. And like he was like running halfway through because he was being chased, and then all of a sudden he drops the camera. Yeah, and he just continues running, and then nobody has heard from him since.
Might have been that.
Yeah, kind of like the ocean. Probably a lot of parts of it hasn't been like what's it called, discovered yet.
Have not been discovered yet. Probably.
Or like explored.
You know, NASA was originally meant for like ocean exploration.
Yeah, it went into space.
And they went down there like once, and they decided to
go
to space. Yeah, like it's too dark. It's a little too scary.
Yeah. So, do you guys want to hear about the first version of the story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because there are two versions, and
let's hear both. Go ahead.
Well,
of course. So in the first version, there was a mental institution for the criminally insane that was located on Toad Road, or Trout Run Road in Pelham Township, Pennsylvania. Trout Road appears to be the only mapped road to date, though, because we can't really like rule out local names from roads as this date backs to like the 1900s. So maybe there was a Toad Road, maybe there wasn't, but yeah. The asylum, as they were back in those days, was erected in a remote location so that the townsfolk would not be able to be exposed to the insanity within them, because people were treated really badly back then in those institutes, and it shows. I like reading about that. Anyways.
Supposedly, the average like high schooler right now has like the same amount of stress as someone in the institute, like in one of those like old institutions would have had. Like, you're in one of those.
Watch your mouth. So, as it is with many horror stories, a fire broke out, and this remote location proved difficult for help to arrive in a timely fashion. So multiple inmates and staff died in the flames. And in the asylum version of the 7 Gates of Hell, the gates were built by the local search parties to trap the remaining patients. So like,
to contain them in there?
Yeah,
they didn't want them out? That's messed up. Instead of going out there to help them, they went out there to trap them in there to not let them out.
Well, back then, like, people didn't view them as people. Like, they viewed them as, like, ugh.
Thought they were, like, just, like, people that, like were insane. Like, they're crazy.
Or, like, they thought that they were, like, possessed by the devil or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the gates were built by the local search parties to trap the remaining patients so they wouldn't, be able to escape. And the search parties were also reported to have beaten the escaped inmates that they found to death. And the gates were simply another way to trap and kill the unwanted, basically. Because they're like, oh yeah, search party, we're going to go look for them. But in reality, they were killing them off. You know. And it remains unclear why the search party created gates to hell to capture, or the gates in general, to capture the inmates. Well, it just said, I think, to kill them. But, like, we don't really know, like, why, like, make, like, such, like, so many gates in general. Because
maybe to make it hard for them to come out.
Probably.
Maybe.
It was like one after another, I think.
Yeah. Or maybe just to contain the fire in there.
Maybe they tried like messing with them. Because like, you know how like they're in there for like a reason. So maybe they thought like, oh, we can like try messing with them.
Oh, probably. Or to contain the fire. Because I know like in the hospitals they have a bunch of fire doors. And they just like, whenever there's like a fire alarm or a fire drill or a real fire, all those doors like automatically shut.
Yeah.
But there's like a bunch of doors with it like a hallway. Yeah. So like, if you're in between 2 of those doors, you're stuck in there, and there's no other door to go through, and you're just waiting for the drill to be over.
Dang, girl.
Yeah.
So if there's an actual fire?
Huh?
If there's an actual fire?
An actual fire? Then you're kind of stuck in there. And you better hope that the fire doesn't, like, you know. Because basically, when you hear that, because, like, people, like, when they say it's a fire drill, they don't care. They're just like, whatever, you know?
Well, yeah, because
but
it's a drill.
If it's a real fire, and they say, like, fire at this place, then you, like, run, like you have to like basically like rush out of there, you know, get away from those doors, because those doors are meant to contain the fire. So if the fire goes through one door, there's another door there to stop it.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So maybe that's why they made so many gates, just to stop whatever was in there from coming out.
But like,
And
what
also
if it's
stop
like,
for people
what if
from
it's like
outside
one of the
going
gates
in.
that are just like the poles that like have holes in between them?
Huh?
What if it's like the gates that have like the poles like with holes in between them? When the fire just seep through the holes.
Probably.
Also,
I don't know how they build it.
I have to note that since these are like only like folklore urban legends, people like when people think of like the actual gates, because there's supposedly like there's like actual gates like that in Pennsylvania, they think of like bridges, like going underneath the bridge basically.
That's what they think of a gate.
Yeah, over there. But in the stories, I'm assuming there's like actual gates, like doors.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they based those bridges off the folklore.
Interesting.
And the second version is kind of short because it's pretty simple. It's about a physician in the early 1900s, and he was known to be eccentric, although there are versions where he was labeled as psychotic as well. And it was he who owned the property and the one gate known to exist. In the physician version, the gates led ever deeper into the woods as they progress. His motivations were unknown, but the mystery has become local lore for over 100 years now. So he was basically building it?
Yeah. Interesting. Did you find anything on what these like different levels between the gates like have? Like, what do people like say that they have experienced? Or because you said that there are people that have made it across some of these, but they don't make it all the way across. So what have they said? Do you know what they have said?
A little bit, because I did write down how to find the gates.
Okay, so how do you find it? Continue.
So to find the first gate, you have to get to Route 159 over there in a place called Collinsville, and as you go through, you're going to like through downtown. You gotta look for a street called E Church, turn right, follow the street towards a cemetery, and make sure you stay on your left as you pass by the cemetery. And then the street name eventually changes to Lebanon Road, and it is hard to see cars coming through the gates and stuff from the left when you pull out from there. So you gotta be very careful or else you're gonna get into a car crash. But there's a lot of accidents that do happen because of the gates, because the roads are like really
Like narrow
yeah, and also there's like tight like
curves.
turns. Yeah.
Oh, so I found out what these like urban legends remind me of. They remind me of the I think it's called Dante's Inferno.
Oh, like the book.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
like the one that has like the 9 layers of like hell.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. That's what I thought you were gonna talk about.
Oh no, but that book is good. I've read like a little bit of it, just a teeny bit, because my reading level's not that high.
No matter.
I'm kidding.
Loser.
No, but I couldn't find the rest of it because I was reading it online. But the first gate is also known to be like the most open or like the most easy to find, because you can find it in the daytime,
Yeah.
and the other ones you can't find in the day.
So what happens if you like pass the gate, go through it?
Well, like let's say you only go through it like once, and then you decide to go back, nothing happens. But if you go deeper in between the gates, then of course something's gonna happen.
Like, what do you see? That's what
Yeah,
I kind of
like
want to
what-
know.
like-
Like, what do they end up seeing? Like,
Is it like-
what have these encounters like?
At the
said?
moment, there's nothing in the first gate, because it's just a normal gate and it's really easy to find. So it's like the easiest level.
So it looks like a regular like you just.
It's like
pass,
under a bridge, basically.
So you pass under a bridge, and it looks just like how it like
It's
the scene
nature.
looks
Yeah.
regularly, right?
Regular, yeah.
Okay.
And then you will come across gate number 2, which is about half a mile away from the first gate. And you gotta keep your eyes open, as it is like in a sharp left. So again, a lot of car accidents. And gate 2 has some ominous stories surrounding it. So this is kind of where people start seeing things, because one story is a young African American boy was chased by the KKK and was caught and hung at gate 2. Or near it. And another story is 2 friends were arguing over a girl, and one hangs themselves, and the other friend feels bad and then also hangs himself as well.
Would you do that with your homies, Nano, over a girl?
No.
Right?
Now I'll probably fight the girl for his homies.
Probably,
Probably.
huh?
Yeah.
You guys know that I don't know if he's the leader, one of the leaders of the Ku Klux Klan has recently died.
No, I didn't know.
That's a winner, but
No, I didn't know that.
He was like 80 something, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, supposedly you can see the spirits of these people that have died there, and you can also see like the hanging bodies, like the apparitions of the teenage boys like hanging themselves.
Yeah.
Over the gates. So that's what you see.
Mm-hmm.
But they only appear like around midnight and after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
So gate 3 is also half a mile away from gate 2, and it's on the right side of the road this time. And it is again tough to see any cars, but this time it's tough for them to see like from coming from this opposite direction. It's not a fog, but like it's just hard to see for
Like
some
low
reason.
visibility or what?
Yeah, I'm assuming like.
Or like low light, or
I
like
think probably low light.
Something makes it so that you don't see.
Or probably since it's at night, you can't see them.
No, so if you
But
go
then
through,
if
if
you
you
have
go
your
through
high
today,
vis-
is like, are you fine?
Well, if you go through it in the day, well, you can't really like find it in the day. You can, but it won't work in the day.
Like, so can you only go through the first level? Like the
first one-
first one on the day, first
Yeah.
gate, but then after that you can go to the second one
No,
unless it's
you have to
nighttime.
wait until night. You gotta go through
Wait,
the
so
rest
like,
at night.
does it just disappear, or does it like?
No, it's there, but it's just a normal bridge after. Like,
So during the day, you can go through all 7 of them. You're fine.
yeah,
No, she just said you can only go through the first one during the day, and you cannot access the other ones
But how's
until
it?
nighttime.
no, technically you can because they're just like normal bridges, but they won't work until nighttime.
Oh, okay.
Like the only number one, you can go through number 1 fine, of course.
But then you can still go through the other ones during the day, but nothing will happen.
Yeah, but if let's say like you go through number 1 and then you wait until night and then you go out through all the rest of them, then of course like something happens.
Okay.
So gate 3 and gate 4 are called the twin gates since they are very close to each other, closer than the other gates were. And the stories of these two gates are that satanic rituals and animal sacrifices happened between the gates. So there's a lot of paranormal activity between that too.
It's giving like Blair Witch Project, you know.
I was thinking, when you said like at the beginning, I thought like the Blair Witch, because I thought when you said it was like somewhere in Pennsylvania, I thought I was thinking like the woods.
I was
It
thinking
kind
it's too-
of is in the woods. I forgot to mention that. Like it's gates, but like it's like driving like through the the
Like,
woods.
But
I
they're
thought-
not gates.
what I thought-
But they're not gates.
They're not gates. They're just called gates.
They're bridges.
But they're just basically bridges where you have to just drive underneath them.
Yeah, when you're first explaining it, I was thinking of like random gates,
I
like
was
around like
thinking
like
too.
to, like
Well,
this
that's
property.
like in like the beginning, like the lore.
But that's
Like
that's
that was
just
like
how
in the
they're
woods,
called,
like
though.
Yeah, that's
like
what
let's
they-
say
that's
like
what
we
they
go
say.
to the woods here,
Like they're like gates, like you like enter through.
and like you see
hell.
like those big gates that you'd see like going to like a mansion, like a really big property.
Yeah.
was
Yeah, I
thinking
know
that.
what you mean. Oh no, not that. Basically, not that.
Okay.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Like,
Me too. Like my imagination's kind of. You need to start off with like good detail.
yeah, you need to give us
Like
detail.
you know imagery.
'Cause you say gates, I think it's
my
gates.
head and my mind was just going crazy trying to figure this out. I was like, what?
You're both lame.
Yeah.
We're
like,
not lame. We're just have good
so
imagination.
now thinking about it, it's like how would these bridges fit?
Exactly.
You know, like in the first scenario.
That's why in my head I'm like, so what happens if you go through them? Like, that immediately popped up in my head. What happened if you go through them? And you said, oh, at night. So I'm like, so can you go through them during the day just fine? Like, if you find all of them, just go through them. Because they're
Nothing
there.
happened.
They're just hard to find.
Yeah, and just said nothing happened.
Nothing
This
happened.
is also giving Pokemon vibes, you know.
Not even.
Pokemon.
I don't get it. I don't get
Yeah,
Pokemon
you
vibes.
know when you're like in caves and you gotta like,
Yeah.
or you're walking and then you gotta make like a sharp like right or there's like a hidden like cave somewhere and you gotta like. go
Oh,
into there.
like the little holes that
Yeah,
you find.
yeah.
And, like you go through and you get like a Pokeball.
Yeah, that's why I'm.
You get a
like,
potion.
thinking- Exactly. Yes, or like a special move, or if
Oh,
you're
yeah,
try-
you
or
find a
if-
TM.
or if you're trying to find like a special Pokemon you can only find
Yeah.
in a certain area, and you go through there and you find it, and you're like, oh shoot, you know, or it takes forever to find one,
Mhm.
but you're still looking and looking and looking. Yeah, it's kind of like gives me a little bit of that. Gives me a little bit of like Pokemon, a little bit of like Blair Witch because of the sacrifices.
Zelda, a little bit Zelda. Just cause like I don't know, just you said like the cave and I just thought it was Zelda. My bad. Like,
Anyways, Angie, continue.
Okay, so when you get to gate 4, it's kind of like a little break because you don't really see things there. So it's just like a plain road at night. So you can take a little break.
Okay, so sorry. As you're going through all these gates, you're driving, right?
Yep. Or you can walk through it, I suppose.
But it'll probably take a little.
It'll take a
longer.
long time.
And then if there's things out there like spirits or something, they're
Yeah.
gonna terrorize you a lot more, right?
Oh, most likely.
Right. And if you're in a car though, they just like appear and you just see them and you
Yeah.
get scared. You're like, oh shoot, you know. But
Yeah.
you keep going.
And it's way faster. So gate 4.
Bro, imagine your car breaks down in the middle of that. Oh my god.
you run out of gas.
Oh no.
So once you pass gate 4, though, you can't really like make stops. It goes down the hill basically to gate 5. You have to go straight down the hill. You can't like pull over to the side of the road or something.
Okay.
It's like more dangerous as well. Assuming they
Is
can
this
actually.
only a one-way road? 2 ways.
What do you mean by that? I don't
One
Is
way
it just
road?
like a what is it? Is it just like a
Like a one-way road? Like
Oh, like
there's
you only
only
drive
one
once?
lane? Or are there 2 lanes?
I'm pretty sure. I have no idea.
It's just a random road. Okay, go.
Just a random road.
is it even
Yes.
like a road or is it just like a pathway?
It's a road.
I'm assuming it's a
road.
road if you can drive to there.
Yeah, it's in the woods.
Well, you can
though.
drive to
It's wooded
anything.
area.
I mean, unless you have like a 4-wheel drive car, you can't, like, my car can't drive through some, like, underneath the bridge, and then I'm assuming it's like foresty.
Wait, so what if you go over the bridge? Do you see anything?
Then
No,
you're,
'cause
then
you're going
you're
over
not
it.
going through the gate, you're
You
going
gotta
over
go
it.
through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the 6th gate. It's
Wait, did you press the... Did you ever talk about the 5th one?
She just talked about it, no?
5th one is the one that you go down the hill.
Wait, you didn't say anything about going
Wait,
down the hill.
but what's going on between these gates, girl?
Wait, okay, so what do
a lot
you
of
see?
paranormal activity,
Just a lot of
basically.
paranormal... Nothing, another detail.
Like you don't see demons,
Like,
you don't see
is there like a specific, like, main, like, boss level or anything in
No.
each gate? No?
No, just paranormal
like,
activity, girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
And then the 6th gate, even more paranormal activity. And sometimes people always get confused with another gate when it talks about the 6th gate, because those gates are like together. I mean, the bridges, because those bridges are pretty close together. So that's why the gate is kind of like in like a merge, or like it separates into 2 roads. You have to go through the right gate in order to like complete it. But the other gate that it's compared to is called Acid Bridge, and it was called that because the story was that there was a group of teens tripping on LSD and had a very bad car crash off the bridge. So supposedly you can see the ghost cars. You can see the ghosts and the cars reenact the whole thing on that bridge. Even though it's paranormal activity, if you go through it, nothing's gonna happen. You have to go to the right bridge.
Wait,
Right bridge.
so what bridge are we at right now?
The 6th one.
We're at the 6th one.
So you can go through the 6th and then just turn the left and nothing will happen? Like you can just go home?
But isn't there a 7th one, though?
Well, because
There's
there's 2 bridges that are super close to each other that they get mixed up with.
5 and 6.
No. She's talking about the Acid Bridge and I think the 7th one?
No, there are. So when it comes to the 6th bridge, there's 2 bridges
Mm-hmm.
because it kind of splits.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So it's Acid Bridge and there's the Cyber Bridge.
Yeah, the Acid Bridge was the incorrect bridge, but people always confuse it for the 6th bridge.
So can you just go through
okay.
it and then just continue
If you
on
go
with your
through it-
life?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. From what I
Okay.
read, people like whenever people go through the 6th bridge or like the Acid Bridge, nothing really happened. Like it kind of everything just went back to normal.
Oh,
Kinda
okay.
like
So that's like a
it's kind of like
separate.
an exit.
It's like a
I
separate
suppose.
exit.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's like a detour. Like,
But the
if
thing
you
is-
if you don't want to see no more, come.
It's like a ride. It's like you can get off right now if you really want to.
Oh yeah.
I think the thing is that, but like from what I've read, it's different. Either people are like stuck in like an endless like loop where like they have no escape, or people it's just an exit.
Okay.
Either since they messed up, they can't escape, or since they
Can
messed
you
up,
can you imagine being like the one stuck there?
girl.
I mean,
You
you
can't
probably wouldn't know
escape.
you're stuck because you just infinite loop.
I
I mean,
think you would
then you
know.
would know you were stuck because you can't find your exit. You're like, oh shoot!
It's
I
like
keep
it's like
seeing
that
these
one
people.
part. Was it an incantation where like the fool kept on driving the same spot?
Oh yeah, yeah. It seemed like he was going around and around in circles. Anyways,
Anyways, so
Shut up, Tim.
the 7th gate is the final and also the farthest gate from
from
everywhere
the
else.
first gate.
Yeah, from of course from the first
Oh,
gate.
yeah, this
But
is
like
last gate.
you know how
This is
like
it.
there's like certain mileage between the gates. It's like the
Uh-huh.
farthest one,
Oh, okay. 7
Uh,
miles to get there.
probably. I don't know,
I'm just kidding.
because it's all like a mile and a half between the bridges.
Yeah.
But the thing is, very little people have gone through it, and of course, like none survive if they go past through it. So people don't really know what happens.
Is it like?
Wait, so
Mount-
you
is
can
it-
die
is
through
it
all
like,
of these?
Well, technically, yeah.
Okay.
Technically, you can have like a car accident.
Yeah, because you saw something that spooked you or something
So
killed
I have
you.
a question. So
Hey.
it's just like supernatural. So like you're just gonna see ghosts, or like are you gonna see like something like demonic? Are you gonna see something like an entity?
Well,
like
not really like ghosts. I'm pretty sure it's demonic because you're going through hell.
that? Okay.
It's like the levels.
Mhm.
Yeah. But like, I'm assuming every...
Like when you're talking about like hell, like you guys
When-
have
when
seen
you said that-
Constantine, right?
No.
You haven't seen Constantine?
I don't think so.
You have not?
It's
No.
with
Bro, you need to watch
Keanu
it.
Reeves.
Yeah,
no?
with Keanu Reeves. It's
I remember
such a good movie.
I think I remember the beginning where he was exercising a girl with like a mirror or something.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
I just remember.
You need to, we need to watch that movie. It's really good.
We should watch it.
It's really good. Yeah, it's so anyways, he needs to go in to hell.
Mhm.
And he does it in a bathtub with
Wait,
the
is
water.
this the movie where like he meets one of the angels when he meets
Yeah, Gabriel.
Gabriel? Yeah, I might have seen parts of it. I remember
Yeah.
Gabriel. Gabriel's like this one chick, no?
Yeah.
When,
Oh, chick.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
in the
like
movie.
Yeah. In the
I
movie.
remember that, but I don't remember the rest. Like I think I've seen like parts of it with mom.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. He's not in a bathtub. He is.
It's like
So
this
he
pool,
sits
no?
in a he sits in a chair and then he puts his feet in like a bowl of like water,
Okay.
and then that helps him get there. And then when he pops up, he's like in this like kind of like a wasteland kind of area, and there's just like a bunch of like random like cars or random like you know like fallen like light posts, and it's just like it's kind of looks like an isolated or like
Kind of like an apocalypse.
yeah, like apocalypse looking like town. And then there's like a bunch of like wind, and it looks like it's like there's like sand or like red sand or there's and then there's also like I guess there's fire, right? And it looks like it's a kind of like it's like a really hot environment, and he's just walking around. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about when you're talking about like
What I started thinking of as well. Remember when we did the route, like Route 666, where like there's like portals like hell, like a portal to hell. That's what I started thinking of. So I thought you were gonna start explaining like you go through all these like bridges and like you like it slowly becomes like more demonic, like slowly you're gonna see more things.
Kinda.
Like until
So
like
the
you
further
literally
you
just
go in,
into
the more the activity like increases. So yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't explain that well. Because I was looking at people's like experiences, supposedly experiences, and they didn't really like explain it that well either from what I was able to see. So I just grabbed what I could.
So is the seventh gate still a mystery?
Like a mystery. Well, yeah, because people that have reported to like go through it have never come back.
Okay. We should go through it, but do like an Instagram live so people can see.
No.
Bro, shut up. Aren't there like
Still subtitles.
beings that like kill off your electromagnetic like devices or
Probably.
whatever because of the wavelengths that they like
That they,
use to like, communicate or they use to take power off
Mm-hmm.
out of? So don't they like distort that?
I don't know.
Can't they like?
You're asking the wrong person, man.
Sorry. I forgot to mention.
I just thought. No, I thought of something. I thought of something. I'm like.
I thought of something
Both
too that I
made
forgot to
face.
mention
What,
because
go.
I didn't write it down. But I don't know why I didn't write it down.
Because you're like special.
Yeah, but like I was thinking of it and it was so cool. Like because what you're saying right now, since like these entities like or like some spirits like use like electricity to help.
Yeah.
But it's like let's say if sorry no.
No.
Let's say
It's the same thing.
you're in a car. You're in a car. People have reported to like having their car break down multiple times.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my god, imagine
'Cause-
breaking down there.
What I was
I'm assuming the spirits or like the demons are trying to like make themselves known or like shown more with the electricity there.
What I started thinking is it's this one show that we watch. It's like the paranormal. It like shows like these clips that people send in through like email of these paranormal activities. It's like this is what I think this is. Blah 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 blah. Like he explains what's going on.
Oh, they're like professionals, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one clip where it's just this streamer.
Yeah.
That's streaming. And he has a lot of power on. He has the lights on. He got his computer set up. He got this, and he's not noticing. It's like his doors are opening. Stuff was falling. And the professionals are talking about, certain entities can use can use electricity to like attract themselves.
Oh yeah.
So like the more electricity you're using, the more you can attract the entity.
Bro, turn the lights off, man. No, I'm
I'm not
just
gonna
kidding.
turn it off.
No, because I can't see.
Let's turn all the lights on in this room, in this house.
Before we continue with their topic, that was it basically.
All right, guys. So that's it for this part. We're gonna split it up in two.
Yep.
It's kind of long. The discussion part is kind of long.
It was pretty long.
but,
Very interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, if you guys want to hear the rest of it, tune in next week for part 2. And that's it for today, right, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Till
Bye.
next time.
Bye.
Next time. Bye.